I admit, from now and then, I get bitten by the whole cheaper alternatives to sometimes ridiculously priced niche fragrances. We all want to smell posh and luxurious, but sometimes our budget constraint doesn't allow us to buy a perfume for over $400 USD. But sometimes, it is funny to see exactly those high-end niche fragrances copying something that costs around $50 USD or less. That's why this list contains everything coming from a completely unbiased opinion by anyone or by any beauty company. In the end, we all choose what kind of money are we willing to spend, with additional guidelines coming from articles such as this. 10. Ariana Grande Cloud. A note from the brand. It is no secret that Ariana Grande hearts clouds. What could be more inviting than feeling like you are on a cloud or at least holding one? Whether it's a gray day where you can stay at home and chill, or a day with bright blue skies with friends, the new Ariana Grande Cloud fragrance will make you feel inspired, cozy, and dreaming about what lies ahead. Why is Ariana Grande Cloud one of the best fragrance clones you could buy? Cloud seems to tick all the right checkboxes for many people. While liked mainly by the feminine audiences because of the additional sweetness to the familiar Baccarat Rouge 540 fragrance, it has enough longevity and projection without too much synthetic aroma chemicals to satisfy even the most demanding fragrance enthusiasts, which is reflected by its immense popularity since its release. Personally, I'm more of a fan of Zara's Red Temptation, which tones down the sweetness and boosts woody and spicy notes that are closer to the original. But the reception of the general community and my friends seems to be different, preferring the Cloud. 9. Lalique Pour Homme Lion. A note from the brand. Lalique Pour Homme Lion. A classic fresh, woody amber for an elegant and sophisticated man. Launched in 1997. This original creation revives something of René Lalique's brilliance, of the bonnet ornaments and vintage radiator caps produced during the Roaring Twenties. A total of 27 motoring mascots are now considered as collectible items. Why is Lalique Pour Homme Lion one of the best fragrance clones you could buy? Even if the beautiful bottle was the only thing that impressed me about this fragrance, it would be enough. Thankfully, the liquid inside delivers and punched way above its price range. Similar to Creed Bois du Portugal and Nicolai Perfumer Creator New York Intense, Pour Homme is a mix of floral aromatic notes and woody nuances. The lavender inside is of high and therapeutic quality, contrasted by powder iris and creamy sandalwood. The oak moss found in the base notes also becomes more prominent as the fragrances step into the dry down, to give it a more gentlemanly scent DNA. Maurice Roussel is a genius with his ability to create so many expensive-smelling fragrances out of cheaper ingredients. An absolute regal scent. 8. Davidoff Cool Water. A note from the brand. Discover the legendary freshness from the ocean. The scent unfolds with aromatic notes of mint and lavender, blended with the sensuality of amber. A unique composition, crafted with more than 18 natural ingredients, that delivers an immediate freshness. Cool Water, your ultimate blend of freshness, sexiness and power. Why is Davidoff Cool Water one of the best fragrance clones you could buy? The classic. The legend. The only, Davidoff Cool Water. A fragrance that still sells like hotcakes with its universally appealing aromatic and fresh scent DNA that will hardly ever go out of style. The fragrance is composed by the same perfumer as Creed's Green Irish Tweed, and the similarity is uncanny. While you can't expect the ingredients to be on the same level as in Git, Cool Water is close enough to think twice before buying the original. Sharp, fresh, aquatic, and masculine. A fragrance for a man that knows how to behave like a gentleman. 7. Iceberg Man. A note from the brand. Iceberg launches the new fragrance for men, Iceberg Man, which celebrates the contemporary man and his seductive and sophisticated side. The House of Iceberg promises an intense and unforgettable composition composed of a blend of oriental, woody and spicy notes. Iceberg Man. The name explains all statements by the Italian brand Iceberg, which has offered refined style in modern compositions since 1984. The new flaken design highlights luxury with simple lines while accentuating a clear and powerful concept in clean lines. The composition of the new fragrance Iceberg Man opens with lemon freshness, which lights for us a masculine blend of pepper and nutmeg. As the scent develops, aromas of lavender, geranium and labdanum exchange, resting on a warm basis of woody accords of sandalwood, cedar and patchouli mixed with hot resins, amber, styrax and benzoin. Why is Iceberg Man one of the best fragrance clones you could buy? I have previously mentioned Iceberg Man a couple of times before as the unbelievable alternative to Tom Ford Noir Eau de Parfum and Dior Homme Intense at the insanely low price of below $20 USD. Great powdery amber with a touch of labdanum that amplifies that already gorgeous amber. 8 to 10 hours on my skin with moderate projection. It combines the best parts of the aforementioned perfumes at astonishing quality. The fragrance has been officially discontinued, so get it while you still can. 6. Lattafa Perfumes Bade'e Al Oud Oud for Glory. A note from the brand. Bade'e Al Oud Oud for Glory by Lattafa Perfumes is an oriental, warm, and woody fragrance launched in 2020. It has an excellent sillage. The most stunning oud for exceptional tastes. The fragrance opens with sweet notes of saffron, lavender, and nutmeg. Its heart is composed of notes of agarwood, oud, and patchouli, whereas the base notes are essentially agarwood, oud, musk and patchouli. Why is Bade'e Al Oud Oud for Glory one of the best fragrance clones you could buy? Finally, we have an affordable alternative to one of the best niche fragrances on the market. Oud for Greatness from Initio Perfumes. The presentation is stunning and looks quite similar to the fragrance it imitates. The fragrance opens up with spicy notes of nutmeg and saffron while gently transitioning to ambery, musky, and led by oud heart. The dry down remains woody, and kinda also similar to Baccarat Rouge 540. Masculine fragrance, suitable for all seasons, and absolutely a winner of a fragrance achievement. 5. Al Harramain Amber Oud Tobacco Edition. A note from the brand. Al Harramain Amber Oud Tobacco Edition comes with a great scent and the perfection of a well-balanced perfume that will cater for all the needs of the user who wants more than what the ordinary user needs with life. An addictively spicy, oriental fragrance which wouldn't be crazy to describe as a tobacco delight, with its conspicuously spicy introduction and a smooth, textured aroma stemming from the gourmand vibes of vanilla, cocoa and tonka, with undertones of earthy, warm, dark woody and tobacco notes, rippled into an extremely refined scent to obsess over, that turns heads and noses your way. Why is Amber Oud Tobacco Edition one of the best fragrance clones you could buy? During my whole time as a fragrance enthusiast, I'm yet to find a better and more affordable version of one of my favorite fragrances of all time, Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille. Amber Oud Tobacco Edition ticks all the right boxes to get a similar experience to Tom Ford's masterpiece, and it's the one I would recommend before opting for a full bottle of the much more expensive original perfume. This is a beautiful tobacco fragrance with an Arabic take on Tobacco Vanille. More woody scent without the ashy tobacco hints some wearers find not so enjoyable. While it obliviously lacks the depth, intensity, and projection of the original, it is all about the dry down where the similarities are almost non-distinguishable. 4. Rasasi La Yuqawam pour Homme. A note from the brand. La Yuqawam, in Arabic, means irresistible. La Yuqawam series extends a classic yet modern feel full of elegance, refinement and prestige to Oriental perfumery. The series, which includes 6 fragrances, has become a classic that never goes out of fashion. The love for this series transcends beyond the originally targeted Arab nationalities to international connoisseurs of perfumes, looking for a sophisticated and modern exhilarating Oriental experience. Leather accord is the signature of the La Yuqawam's masculine series. La Yuqawam pour Homme opens with an earthy, spicy, bittersweet leathery note. Indian saffron inflects a soft and intimate refined note to the leathery opening, setting the tempo for a sensuous experience. The perfume swells with sensuality as it meanders to the complex animalist base notes of Italian leather and Indian oud, sweetened to a warm earthy and heady tenor by amber. The fragrance is a refined adornment for a man who is desirable, powerful, refined and elegant. Why is Rasasi La Yuqawam Pour Homme one of the best fragrance clones you could buy? I love leather. And especially, I love to smell well-crafted suede leather in fragrances. La Yuqawam was probably the first and still the greatest alternative to Tuscan leather, an ombre leather from the best 21st century fragrance house of Tom Ford. I was quite stunned and shocked at how close this Rasasi was to those two scents. The closest thing I could describe this one to someone unfamiliar with suede leather perfumes of this type is the smell of a strong, luxury, new car leather with a hint of raspberry fruity sweetness. If there is no budget constraint for you, go straight with ombre leather, which I do prefer, but in other cases, this one is your best bet. 3. Creed Original Santal. A note from the brand. India's royal and spiritual splendor meet in Original Santal. Looking to Asia for inspiration, Olivier and Irwin combine Mysore sandalwood, fiery cinnamon, warm vanilla, and tonka bean. A robust scent fit for both formal and casual occasions, Original Santal is destined to captivate a room. Prepare yourself for compliments. Why is Creed Original Santal one of the best fragrance clones you could buy? The luxury fragrance house of Creed is no stranger to copying cheaper alternatives such as is with Original Vetiver and Viking, just to name a few. With the recent scandal that took place in the vein of finally revealing the real perfumers behind their fragrances and still disputable history, I still love this house. There is something about Creed fragrances in general that is intangible and head and shoulders above many wannabe niche fragrance brands. Such as with Original Santal that while it resembles Mont Blanc's Individual and Jupe at a laughably high percentage, it is still the one with better quality and better long-term investment. As someone who wore those two for years, I would take Original Santal over them any day of the week. 2. Xerjoff Naxos. A note from the brand. Be transported to the heart of Sicily with Naxos, where top notes of fresh bergamot, lemon and lavender lead to an inspiring heart of cinnamon, honey and cashmere. Xerjoff Naxos is steeped in heritage with a contemporary twist. This classically Italian scent is a bright and brilliant breath of fresh air. Grounding base notes of tobacco leaf, tonka and vanilla beans add an earthy, woody undertone. Naxos by Xerjoff is a tribute to the grandeur and glamour of our home country. Why is Xerjoff Naxos one of the best fragrance clones you could buy? Naxos celebrates Sicily and its beauty, and accentuates its Mediterranean character with the composition. A refreshing take on already tired tobacco, honey scent DNA with additional notes of lavender and citruses. Often compared to fragrances such as Mugler's A*Men Pure Havane and Bogart Pour Homme, but without a doubt, I can say that this Xerjoff creation is on a whole another level of raw ingredients, composition, and blending. The scent is dominated by the notes of honey, tobacco, and lavender. This is definitely one of the most beautiful cold weather fragrances that I have ever smelled. Luxurious, classy, bold, long-lasting, and beautiful. Since the A*Men Pure Havane is officially discontinued and started to fetch almost exactly the same price as Naxos, in my opinion, Naxos is a much better choice these days. 1. Armaf Club de Nuit Intense Man. A note from the brand. A provocative woody spicy masculine scent that opens with fresh fruity notes of lemon, apple and blackcurrant leading to an opulent floral heart of rose and jasmine spiced up with birch to add a smoky leather nuance. The base includes vanilla, ambergris, musk and patchouli. Why is Armaf Club de Nuit Intense Man one of the best fragrance clones you could buy? In the end, there could be only one. Probably the most obvious choice, and the one that gets the most love. The best alternative to Creed's Aventus your money can buy. While the opening isn't something to brag about, after the fragrance starts to settle, almost no one will know that you are wearing a cheaper alternative. Funnily enough, it is also my most complimented fragrance of all time. It garners so much positive attention that sometimes I start to feel uncomfortable. From everything on this list, I would wholeheartedly recommend starting with this Armaf creation, as it's the best value for money and the best scent alternative to the most popular niche fragrance of all time.